Khan Shalom Akim, Kaharim Na, Yahaba Shim Yashab Bashim Hakodash, with double on Instagram and apostles, Thadi Al Shah, Brakthea Shah, Thadi Al Shah for the strength, in order to make this video as well. This is the part 3 to the part 2 of the other video I made where I named it. It's a gradual fall and major events speed it up. Yeah. Kind of a lengthy title, but you know, as you watch then you understand. So this is the part 3 of that. And I was gonna get Ezekiel 1, based on the chariots. But then, you know, the thing cut off, so yeah, Ezekiel 1 verse 19. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them, and when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. You see in let me continue. Ezekiel 1 verse 20. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. And when those went, these went. And when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. And this is reference to how the spirit will be linked to the chariot, man. That's how the Elohim control it. The spirit is linked to the chariot. Same way, if you were to describe it in a more simplistic manner as well, the spirit dwelling in the mind is basically, the chariots are basically controlled through the mind, man. That's why it's saying, whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. You know, if you visualize it to go left, it goes left. If you visualize it to go right, it goes right. So it was mind control. And the same with the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. It means that it was in sync with the chariots were in sync with the spirit, man, of the Elohim. So of course that's what it's referring to there, where in the video the man mentioned it was an instant stop and it was an instant go. Let me play that one more time. I know I played it in the last video, but let me play it again.
Number 8. UFOs and nukes, the secret link revealed. Focusing on a series of declassified documents about unidentified flying objects seen at nuclear testing sites, UFOs and Nukes isn't the flashiest documentary to delve into the potential existence of aliens, but it's thought-provoking nonetheless.
It was instant go, instant stop. That object did things that no airplane, helicopter, or any other system that we had in existence could do.
The film places...
See, he said instant go, instant stop. Does it not sound like what the scriptures are saying here? Let me read verse 21. When those went, these went, and when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. You know? The spirit was controlling those chariots, man. The mind, it's through the mind, which obviously contains the spirit. So whithersoever the spirit was to go, this is verse 20 now. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. Again, man, it was through their minds. That's how the angels were able to control the chariots, man, through their spirit. And then this guy right here, that the scriptures pretty much support what he's saying. So let's continue on a little bit more.
There's a lot of importance on the credibility of its witnesses, all of whom held important roles at nuclear weapons facilities within the U.S.
He called back about 5 minutes later. This time he was screaming into the phone saying they're looking at a red glowing object hovering just above our front gate.
The former employees primarily described seeing typically shaped saucer UFOs with solid red or orange coloring and claim that they tampered with their crucial high-risk work.
And there's a beam of reddish light going down to it. I assume they were taking data with that beam. It wasn't destructive as far as I know. It had to be a data collection thing. I'm sure they scanned the warhead or something.
Recreations of each witness's account help give viewers a better idea of what may have been seen, while documents detailing similar experiences in the Soviet Union serve to strengthen the link between UFOs and nuclear power.
I remember also there was a video where feel one of the Akim released it, where one of the chariots actually disabled one of the missiles. Yeah, that made it temporarily like swell out of control or something. So, you know, that's related to this incident here, where the laser was like scanning the warhead, as you saw in this scenario, and that's what he mentioned.
It had to be a data collection thing. I'm sure they scanned the warhead or something.
Yeah, as he said, scan the warhead. So of course, you know, same way that Akim, you uploaded a video some time ago, where the chariots, the Al-Hayyan pretty much disabled the missile man, you know, in one of Esau's war bases, or whatever they call them, military bases. So let's see.
The Union served to strengthen the link between UFOs and nuclear power. Number 7. Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs.
3 weeks later, something else really interested related, so let's go check that out. That's not my car.
Christo Ropolo hasn't had an easy life. His father and fiancé both died, his brother stole his money, and his mother disowned him when he tried to convince her to mitigate the situation with his sibling. After facing so many hardships, it's not hard to see why Tully to Ropolo's mold time is because at the helm of Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs never suggests Ropolo's beliefs come from anything other than a genuine place.
Why you can't see them in the daytime is because they're working and moving around in a spectrum of light. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Though he admits to...
Yes, you see what he was saying there, man. Obviously, you can't see the chariots in the daylight, but as well if it's the Most High's will for you to even see them. That's really what it depends on. You know, he was getting quite technical with it. You know, the light spectrum. So I know it's obviously more of a scientific term, but he's pretty much was trying to explain it in a more technical term. But really, as I said, if you really to break it down to a simplistic manner, spiritual manner, it's whether it's the Most High's will for you to see it in the day, then that's when the Al-Hayyan will then reveal the chariots for you to see. Or for any heathen or two-third or whoever to see. So, but yeah, what he's saying does make sense though. Because majority of the time, the Al-Hayyan, they're pretty much invisible. So of course there would be a technical explanation which we will understand the Aratazar. We endure to the end in the kingdom, man, of how the chariots work, man. The intricate details of how it works, all of that, we'll understand. But you know, for simplicity's sake, it's whether the Most High's will for you to see in the day. That's what shows. That's what would how can I say this? That's what would explain why you would be able to see it in the day or in the night. You know, because they can hide themselves either any time.
Often playing the Scully to Ropolo's Mulder, he admits that the things he saw with him are genuinely strange and unexplainable.
I found myself playing Scully to his Mulder more often than not. But I don't...
Just an advert. Can't really skip it, so I have to wait.
I don't deny that I saw some weird stuff, too.
It's a doc that will leave you wondering if the truth really is out there in Monterey, California.
We never found the origins of the screams, and this creeps me out. Something weird was going on, and I couldn't explain it. I walked away wondering if Cristo was just a magnet for the bizarre, or if Monterey had a dark sci-fi secret below the surface.
Number 6. Alien autopsy, fact or fiction?
This is reportedly an alien. I question whether you would just spend 2 hours on it. One would surely...
Yeah, I think that's enough. But really, you know, these are just examples, man. I wanted to bring some precepts based on it. Especially that one based on I think Ezekiel chapter 1. So, I'll bring a few precepts and wrap up from there. Revelation. Actually, what was the article name again? So yeah, this is the article. It says the U.S. is officially unable to defend itself against an alien invasion. It also shows, and I said before that it shows their weakness, man. And of course, the fact that Babylon is also getting weaker, kind of like in the way where I think Mike Tyson used to use a quote similar, or say something similar, where he would know whether his opponent has lost the fight just by eye contact alone. You just keep looking at him until until the other guy, his opponent, then breaks eye contact. Which then again, of course, you can compare it to this scenario where, as the prophecies are coming out, different things happening, to fulfill those prophecies. That's when Babylon is also getting weaker as well. As Yahushua is approaching, which is part of the prophecies too, Babylon is also getting weaker as well. So I want to get this precept up, not Revelation. Not yet. So Isaiah 19 verse. Yeah, the title, right? Isaiah 19 verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So of course, the key part here is really Egypt also represented Babylon, America. Egypt's also represented America. To err, make mistakes in every work thereof. And part of it is really me trying to link it to their weakness, man. Pertaining to the military power, which is really weak compared to Yahushua and what he's going to come and bring onto Babylon. So, with each technology Israel tries to come out with a military base and defense, it's not going to work, man. That's why, America's feeling weak right now. And it's just going to be weakened and weakened and weakened. God, so let me get this. God, so Revelation 18 verse 2. It says here, and he cried mightily with a strong voice. Actually, hold on, let me just read from verse 1 to 2. So, Revelation 18 verse 1, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth has Salakia. Revelation 18 verse 1, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having a great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So, this is really the key part here, man. Yahweh Shem Yahshua is preparing Babylon to be in that weakened state before it falls. Because obviously before something falls, it's weakened. So, that's the point right there. And we read verse 10. So it says here, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So of course, that's the destiny of the United States, man, America, man. He ain't gonna be able to defend itself. This type of mindset, the Most High is obviously putting that spirit out there, where America's just weaker and weaker, man. It's just gonna keep going low, financially, economically, societally. If that's even a word. But yeah, in society, that was verse 10, man. The judgment is coming. 1 hour. The same way Yahushua is gonna destroy that place, man. So, final precept, let us pretty much the same point again, man. But Revelation 14 verse 8, and there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So of course Babylon is going to be in that weak state, man. So obviously it's not going to be able to defend itself when Yahushua comes back. But anyways, Kal Halalim La Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bashem Rachak Wadash. Or double on Instagram with the apostles, without the Yahushua, the strength to motivate this video as well. And Shalom came once more. Gotta keep going, gotta keep enduring.